Goblin, 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 where are you? There you are. Hey everyone, this is Attackers, and today I'm really excited for two reasons. First of all, I will present you a playthrough of Dungeons of Doria. This is one of my most favorite dungeon crawlers. It's a cooperative dungeon crawler for 1 to 6 players, and it's set in the fantasy world of Doria. This is a relatively new dungeon crawler. I think it was released in 2023, and this year there was a crowdfunding campaign for the expansion, which I'm really excited for. I mean, I haven't played everything that's in here. I've played quite a bit of this, and I really like this one. So the second reason I'm excited for is that I have gotten a new camera. I invested quite a bit more money into my YouTube channel this year for a laptop first. So I have like a mobile good setup and also now this camera. So this video has now the honor of being the first video being recorded with a camera. So that's either good or bad. We'll see. But if you see this video online, if you watch this online now, then I guess it didn't go horrible. But let's see. The resolution is much better now. And yeah, it's just much more portable. And it was just time after about 4.5 years of having this channel. All right. Before we get started, as usual, grab yourself a cup of tea and let's do this. Ah yeah, this one has just the right temperature. And now I shook the camera. Okay, that's going to be one thing I have to get used to. All right, so what is this game? Well, in this game, you play like heroes, mercenaries, and vagabonds, and you're drawn from far-flung corners of the continent Doria, seeking adventure, glory, and gold. Essentially, this game gives you two ways of playing the game. One of them is through a campaign. Let me just open this up and show you, because that is actually pretty cool, because you have there's so much stuff in here. So you actually have like the campaign. I played the Book of Destiny already. You also have Invasion of the Greenskins, Grim Reaper, and Power of the Elements. I haven't played all of those yet. And then, but what you can also do is, instead of playing these campaigns, you can play a single scenario. And I love when games do that. That means you can just choose one of these scenarios here, and you see that there are specific like player counts up here, right? So you can't play all of them solo. I mean, you could play them 2 or 3-handed, right? That would work. And the game isn't that complex, right? Once you know how it plays, you could easily play 2 or 3 heroes, I suppose. And then you can play any of these. And these are just 1 page each, right? So they're actually not short, I wouldn't say that. You still need like 1 to 2 hours at least to play one of these. Well, you can see it down here at the bottom of the video, how long this video actually is. But I would suspect it's like about 90 minutes long. But let's see. Maybe we'll also get through faster. All right, for today's video, I thought we play this scenario here, which I don't know yet. It's also a new one for me. Rescue the prisoner. So what I will do is I will just set up the game for this scenario. It is very possible that I will have to pull up the camera more, because we do need quite a bit of room for this scenario. As I said, a disclaimer, I'm using a new camera. I'm also like still playing around with these settings. I'm using like an autofocus at the moment. It is possible that it's very annoying, that I might switch to like single focus at some point. I will have to see how I will do that, but man, that's the joy of that channel, to see how I will do that in the future. So enough talk. Let me now set up the scenario. All right, that is pretty much like main thing of the setup. I do have like out of frame up here. I do have more tokens and things like that, but I don't have them on screen now because we need quite a bit of room for our dungeon here. We have our hero. I will call her Leona Moonveil. She is an archer here, right? You will not see that artwork too much, because first of all, the artwork is also here on my character board. But it's like it will be obstructed by items, and you will not able to see the character from top. But I have the red standee. I think that is the most important thing for you. I can't lie down because, right, it would like just take up like 3 spaces. So this is why I'm just this time doing it upright. But I guess that is also okay. This is our starting tile here. before we get into the quest and everything, what we also do is we usually in a multiplayer game you draw 6 cards, but instead I will draw 10 cards. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 because I'm playing solo. I can only equip 6 cards at the start, I think, anyway. But you know, this is a game where it's okay to like also do the rules a little bit differently. Usually, I like equip everything that I wanna equip and can equip, right? Because the game is hard enough as it is. All right, so you see, we have like all kinds of stuff that we can like equip, like a hat pin, a pom pom of wisdom, a woolen jacket. But there's also like traps. Traps I can discard now, and then I can draw a different card, or I can just wait and like use the bonus at the end of my first round, so to speak. I will get to that later. Mail gauntlets freeze. There are like magic cards as well. Weapons, of course, and there's another trap card. Like from what I will now do is I will now create my character based on that. I will like see like, okay, which of these items do I want to equip? There are quite a few I can already see that are pretty cool actually. So I will equip some of those, and then I would build my character after that. How that works is either you take one of the like character cards, like one of the class cards, and then you just fill in everything that is written there, because kind of like in like pen and paper or something like that, you have like a sheet here where they can like put in all of your stats. But I usually use the other side, because on this side you can actually like write down the numbers. This side here you can like put tokens here, but I find that very cumbersome. I don't like that at all, because you just have to push the table once by accident, just bump it, and then like these like get shoved around. So I do it like pen and paper style, just write everything in here. We have like strength, constitution, agility, perception, wisdom, and psi. These are like the 6 stats we have, and these are important for specific things. I will get it a little bit later, but these determine your health, these your initiative, and these your psychic points that you have, your psi points, so to speak. But also they say like what you can wear, because what you can equip, because you see you need 8 perception, 8 wisdom. If you don't have that, then you can't do anything here. So what I will do now is I will now go through all the items here, and then I will just build my character. And then, well, I will see you. For you, it will just be a few seconds. All right. And with that, I've also finished my character. So this is Leona Moonvale, our archer here. There you see her. I will just start here, someplace here. And you see that I finished the character sheet for Leona Moonvale. So strength 7, constitution 9, agility 9, perception 9, wisdom 9, and psi 7. Because when you create a character, these need to equal 50. So, and then you just count these two together, this pair, and then divide it by 2, right? So like have like the average here, so that's 8. And then same thing here, 9, and there 8 again. And then you also see if you have bonuses on your gear. I do have 0 bonus for health, so that's 8 health I have. I have +2 bonus for agility, so I have like 11. Not agility, I mean priority. And then here I have +5 to psi, so I have actually 13. Also, in a solo game, in a scenario game, you can also have like 1 hero bonus that you can activate. Let me just come a little bit closer there, and I took +1 damage. So whenever I actually hit an enemy, I do 1 damage more. That is important because a lot of enemies have armor, and I will have an issue with armor, right? All right, the next thing is you see all of my gear here. I will also just come closer this time for the camera, but later on I will do like cuts in post. So you see here that we have several things. So you always have to check what kind of item this is here, and then put it on the slot, accessory 1, for example. And also you want to collect sets if possible. So I do have 2 padded sets here, right? That means that if I repair one of them, I can repair all of them at the same time. I will get to that a little bit later. So we have the pom-pom of wisdom. We have the woolen jacket. We have a hat pin. Then we have the hunting bow and also the moon greaves. These are standard items I took at the very beginning. That's like a pool of cards you take at the very beginning. And here are the things that I took. Also, there are items here that oh, by the way, and also I have like a psi potion. This one just lets me refill on psi, and these have like this body icon here. That means you can put those anywhere. I will put them here on the head. I cannot put anything in my right hand because the hunting bow needs both hands. Those are kind of the most important thing about our character. I will get to into the details a little bit later as we play. Also here we have like items that I did not take. I put them in the backpack. These I can use to like buy other items later on. All right, let me show you around what we see here. Then here on the left we have like the initiative board here, where we like put our initiative token down, also the ones for the enemies. Here we have the game phases. Here we have our experience that we gain, and here we have the doom counter. That one's like always ticking up, and then like monsters appear, get more activations, things like that. Kind of annoying. Then here I have like all kinds of stuff. This here is these are the map tiles that we will uncover. These are the loot cards. Usually there are like 3 stacks here, so there are like 3 times as many loot cards as you see here. It's pretty incredible. But this game is like very, very big on loot. But I only put like for recording, I only put 1 stack here, but then we will just put 3 cards here. These are the monsters that we draw. And then here in the bottom right, we start our dungeon. I will have to move around things a little bit. Maybe I will even have to zoom out, but let's hope not, because everything is really nice in frame at the moment. All right, that is the setup. So now let's get into the scenario. Rescue the prisoner, an adventure for 1 to 6 players. The commander of the Royal Guard has been kidnapped and is being tortured in the enemy's lair in order to extract information about our own defenses. Enter the dungeon, find the commander, and get him out alive. Alright, so that is already the story. You do have a little bit more story, of course, when you actually play the campaign, but in scenario mode, it's just a little bit. Alright, our quest is to find the torture chamber, free the prisoner, and escape with him from the dungeon using the ladder. Alright, you'll have to find him first. Then here's the setup. I already did that. This is our tile here. Then we have 5 random tiles, and then we have the 2 tiles that are actually important for our quest. That means we need to explore first quite a bit and defeat the monsters, and then we can actually like find the rooms that are important. And then there are many, many rooms below that, but that's just how it's set up. All right. So then it also says like a few scenario rules here. I will get to that a little bit later when it's actually time, but I will talk about the monsters, because as soon as the prisoner is placed on the board, that will happen like when we discover the 7th tile here in the stack, then the monsters will always move towards the prisoner and attack him. That means we cannot just like kite the monsters and just do our thing. We actually need to defeat them or get the prisoner out of there very quickly, right? So it will be kind of rough. I don't know if a ranged character was the best idea, but that's the way it is. All right, so we do know what we have to do now. So we can, of course, lose the scenario, as you can imagine, when we die, for example, right? If we have no health left, we can go to 0 health. That is fine, but the further we go down below it, the more then we actually die. So we can have like negative 19 health. At negative 20 health, we die, and at negative 20 psi points, we also die. We don't want to do that, of course, right? But going in the negative values also means that we have less initiative. That's also not good. All right, so we have the setup. We know what we have to do, so now it's time to play. I will not explain the entire game in advance. What I will do is I will just play through the game. We will like do all the game phases here. I will talk about everything that we need to do here. And then whenever a rule comes up, I will explain it. So the first 1 or 2 turns might be a little bit slower, but then it should definitely go a little bit faster. All right, let me have just a little bit more hydration here, and then we can go. All right. Yeah, it's still a little bit warm, but not too much anymore. So we will now start. I will take like 2 of these coin tokens. These go here. These are like every time we reveal a room, we actually like, you know what? Let me go a little bit more central here. We like put these coin tokens here on these coin squares here, and then we can just go there in order to loot. Alrighty, so it always starts with the round marker being advanced 1. So we're now in round 1. Then we present new shop items. We always fill up. Oh wow. We always fill up to 3, and the first thing I draw is actually a bow and a nice set item here. Okay, not bad. Okay, we are really lucky right out the gate. So these are like shop items we can get at the end of the round, and then we roll for initiative. That works like that we take our dice. I'm taking the red ones here. We roll those, and we see, oh, that's pretty bad. So now our luck has evened out again. That's 3, right? Initiative of 3, but we also add the initiative points we have here. Oh, here's the camera, which is 11, right? So that means 11 plus 3, that's 14. That is really not a lot. It goes up to 40, right? So that's really bad, but okay, there are no monsters here yet, so we're still okay. And then we do the action phase. In the action phase, it's our turn, and we do stuff, right? We do things. So we always take a look at the initiative track, and we always look at the token that has the highest number. At the moment, it's mine, because mine is the only one. But we could also have an enemy here, for example, at 11. That means I do things that get me past 11, and then it's the enemy's turn. But luckily, we don't have any of those yet, so that is fine. So we have 14 initiative points. There are these really nice player aid cards that come with the game. I can reference monster activation, all of these things, but the most important thing are these standard actions here, because these tell you how many AP it costs to do things. I will not go through all of those at the moment. I will just show you what I do and then tell you how expensive that is, right? So let me just start over here. All right, so what I will do is I will just walk, and each step is 1 AP. So 1, 2, 3, I will 4. Walk on that tile there. That means I go down 4 AP. That's 1 action. No matter how far you walk, there is always 1 action, right? So if there were an enemy at 13, I could just walk 14 steps, right, in 1 action before the enemy would activate. But okay, we go 4, and then I want to loot here. There are 2 ways of looting this. That's because I used the eraser here. That's why I have those stuff here. So there are 2 ways to loot. One of them, search treasure. One of them is we spend 1 AP only, which is not a lot, right? It's just 1 AP, that's great. And I draw a loot card. But then I have to take this. And it's possible that it's a trap. And a trap I have to always resolve first when I draw it from the stack. And that is usually something bad. It could also give me experience points, but still, we don't really want to do that, right? I can also spend 5 AP instead, which means that I draw 2 cards and choose one of them, which I will do, right? So we remove that token here. I will just put it aside. Then we go down 5, right here to 5. And then we draw 2 loot cards and keep 1. Okay, so we have a soul staff here. Okay, that is not really anything that helps me. And we have Falchion that also doesn't help me because I want to stay long range. So I will just take one of those. Doesn't really matter. Both are worth 2 coins, as you can see down here. So I will just take the soul staff for now, and the other one I will just discard. Okay, so then I will walk 4 more steps. 1, 2, 3, 4. With that, I will go down to 1. And then I will do the loot action again. So now the interesting thing about this game is when you go down to 0, you still can do an action. You stop doing actions when you go below 0, right? So I'm now at 1. So I can do a full 5 AP search action here. I would go down to 0 or to -4, and then my turn would be over. And that's what I will do, right? So let me draw 2 cards again. And we have 2 spells. It doesn't really matter. We have binding here. This binding, this can infuse a weapon with water, with the water element. Interesting, but not really, really great. And then also we have piercing arrow, psi energy. I could actually not equip that yet, but when I had it, it would do 3 damage. That's not too bad. So I think I will take this, just in case I need it at some point. And the frostblade I will just remove. Okay, that was already the action phase. Now the action phase is done because everybody is at 0 initiative. And then we do a poison phase, just in case somebody would be poisoned. We now do all of that. And then we do special actions like mods, or traps, or zombies, or anything else. We don't have anything like that either. And then we do the doom counter. The doom counter goes down 1 step for any room tile with players. And the solo game is only 1, always 1. So down 1. And then always +1 if no door was opened. Door opened means we're at the edge of at a door here, and we reveal a new tile. We didn't do that, so +1 doom counter. That's not good. On these red spaces, either enemies activate, or if no enemies are there, 1 spawns and activates. And then we also have when the doom counter reaches that one here, then all enemies grow in level. At the moment, we have the level 1 cards here for the enemies, where we see all these stats and stuff, right? but they can go up to level 4, and then they're really nasty. Okay, and then we have the level up. In case we have a level up, we can now increase our stats here. But we can't do that at the moment either because we didn't kill any monsters. We only get XP by killing monsters. And then we can now buy, in the last phase, we can like buy or remove shop items. I definitely want to buy this bow here. Constitution 12, I don't have that yet. And Perception 10. I don't have that either. So I need 4 level ups, but then I could do that. So I definitely want to equip that already. Before, I don't know, I will just want to have it. And that one costs 2 coins, as you can see here at the bottom, right? That means what we do is we just take now another item, we pay it with another item that has like 2 coins at the bottom, or 2 items with 1 coin, or even an item with 3 coins. These are metal gauntlets, which are way too weak to carry, so I will just pay with that and have the lightning bow now here. Also, the healing potion would be nice to have. That costs me 2. So let me remove like the throwing weapon here. That is not very interesting either. Have the healing potion. I will immediately like equip, put it on my arms here. And then I also want the woolly hat. That costs me 1. I have a pitchfork here, which I can buy this with. And the woolly hat I will then put on my head right here. Can I do that? Because now, you see there is like an armor value here. And these armor values may not exceed the strength value we have. So we have 2, 4, 6, 7, 9. No, we cannot have that one yet. We still need to raise our strength to 9 first. Okay. But what I might want to do, let me just check. I think because these are padded, I actually want to put these on my head. And I will remove the moon grease for now. They both have like 2 armor, right? But like the padded set will be great for repairing. I will get to that a little bit later. Alright, and I'll put the healing potion between my legs. Don't ask me, that's a stupid joke I started doing with my neighbor when we play a campaign here. When I have a potion and I don't have anything on my legs, I always put the potion there. Just imagine how funny it would look, like a hero going through a dungeon, like always like trying to like keep that health potion between like their knees, right, while walking. Absolutely hilarious and totally stupid. Alright. And that was it. So now, next round. We go around further. We reveal new shop items. There we go. Alright, potions. Oh, a lot of potions. Lightning potion and 2 side potions. The lightning potion is pretty good because we can use that to get 20 AP. That is pretty good, like 20 action points. That is pretty good. The side potions I don't really need at the moment. I don't have any side stuff, right? So that is fine. Okay, so then we can continue. New shop items we had. Now roll for initiative. So now let's please roll a bit better. That is still not very good, but it's okay. It's a 9. So we have 9 plus our initiative of 11. It's not great, but at least we're at 20. All right, that's still not very good, but that's how it is. All right, now the action phase. So I will walk 2 over here. Don't mind the green squares at the moment. These are relevant when the round marker actually touches them. And also, by the way, stick around to after the playthrough because I will say a few more things about the game, like what else you can do with the game, like further things that I couldn't show you today, right? Because there's a lot to discover here in this game. All right, and then I will reveal the room. Wait, actually, yeah, I will reveal the room. Revealing a room does not cost any action points, right? It just ends my current action. So if I like do this here, like turn this over, and somebody else would have higher initiative than me, then I won't be able to act anymore. All right, so here, we have, wow, okay. I'm just showing you the game, and we immediately have a really stupid room because that is actually a bridge. Okay, so now again, we take a look at like if there are any coin squares, then we put like these loot markers on there, but no, it's no treasure here. And then here, but we see like these monster icons. And these monster icons are coded for like specific player counts. For 1 and 2 players, the triangle here that you can see at the top of the bridge, that one is relevant, right? Whenever we see that triangle, we have to draw a monster. How that works is as follows. We draw a monster here from the top of the deck, and you see that is a troll, right? So I will put that right there. Then what we do is we get the standee of the troll, and put it here on that square. Now that you can't really see it either, right? Let me just show you how the troll looks like that. and we will just put him right here. He's like huge. He's going to be right there. And what we also do is we always like look for the troll here in the deck, because that like then shows us how the troll exactly works. So here we go. There's the troll. And the troll has 5 health. So I will just take 5 health tokens that I have lying around here. Give me just a moment. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And also we put like 1 armor here. And that armor doesn't break. The armor is used for every attack. So let's say I do damage. Then first we remove reduce it by all the armor that the troll has. So I have to do 2 damage at least in order to do damage at all, right? But that is okay because I have remember I have that buff here with 1 damage extra. All right. So and now we also take a look at the initiative. The troll has a reach of 2, so it can't reach us here, and also has an initiative of 7. That means we just take one of the colors that the standee here has at the bottom and put it on the 7. So now we have 2 tokens here. Whenever I go past the troll after my action, it's the troll's turn, right? All right, so I could now fight the troll, but the troll will have to jump over that gap here. There's like a gap, and I don't really want to jump that. I have no reason to, right? I don't need to go there. So what I will do instead, I will just walk 1, 2, 3, 4 to the right. So that is 1, 2, 3, 4, and I will reveal another room. All right, there we go. We have another room right here. Okay, so we have a treasure icon here, and also we have a new monster there. So let's see who we get. We get a gargoyle. Okay, the gargoyles are pretty cool, but they are kind of tough. So we put the gargoyle. Take a look here, how it looks like. We put that one right here. And then we take like one of these purple tokens over here. And we will put that on, I don't know yet. We will have to look at that card here. By the way, please let me know in the comments how you like that autofocus thing. I don't really like it too much, but it's okay for now. Since this is quite a static game here, but I might have to like turn it off again. I'm not quite sure. All right, gargoyle right here. That has initiative of 10. You see, I don't have a whole lot of time anymore here. Okay, so the gargoyle has 2 health. And also 1 armor. Oh, these are all armored. That's pretty bad for me. I'm quite bad with armor actually. So yeah, let me just put that over here. So what do I do? Well, my weapon has a reach of 6. That means I'm 3 off here. I can, you know what? I think what I will do, I will move 3 back. Then I'm at 11 here. And then I have that reach to not hit that one, but hit him at least. So I will, I think, shoot at him. So and now there is also initiative on your weapon. As you can see here, the hunting bow here has an initiative of 12. That means what I do is I reduce my initiative by 12. I'm at 11, so I'm down to 0. That's it. I'm out, right? So I'll just put that aside. And for attacking, you always like see like how many dice you roll here. So if I pull up that weapon again, you see here 2d plus 5 is the attack here, right? Then it's ranged. That means I roll 2d and then I just add 5 to that. That is it, right? So let's attack the gargoyle. That is a 4, and the 0 is always a 10. That is an exploding die. I think it's called differently in this game, but I know it from like Savage Worlds, the role-playing system. They're called like exploding dice. That means you roll another die. So we just take 1 more die and roll that one as well. Oh, that's another 10. Okay, we are gonna do it. Oh, I think we can one-shot him. We can roll another one. All right, so 10, 20, 27, 31 plus 5. That's 36. Now we take a look at the gargoyle. The gargoyle defends here with 2d plus 4. So 2d, I will take the black ones. And that is, that's actually not too bad. That's 13 plus 4, that's 17. How much did I do again? I think I did 36 and he has 17. Okay, that means now we check. Have we exceeded the value? Yes, we have. And then we check like, are we 10 above that? If we are, we get 1 more damage. For each 10 that we are above this damage here, we get 1 more one more damage that we do, right? So at the moment we do 1 damage with our weapon. It just says here with the blood drop in the bottom right, 1 damage. That means we are 19 above his value, not quite 20. That means we do 1 damage plus 1 damage extra because we're 10 above, and then 1 damage extra because of our buff. That means we do 3 damage, which are reduced by 1 due to the armor. That means we do 2 damage, and the gargoyle has 2 health. That means the gargoyle is immediately defeated. That was a one-shot. That was a really nice one-shot. I love this. For each defeated enemy, we gain 1 XP, which we can spend at the end of the round for a level up. That's great. That was amazing. So we just remove the gargoyle. That one is done for, and that was our action. Now we take a look at who has the highest initiative. It is actually the troll. And a monster always activates in such a way that it will move as much as it has initiative, and then if it can move and reach the character like one of the heroes, then it will attack. So there's also like a priority, like who does the monster target. In our case, this is not interesting because the troll here will just target us because we're a solo player, right? That means, but now the monster has to cross the hole. Jumping over a hole is always 5 AP. That means 5, we reduce it by 5, and then it will continue walking towards. Oh no, that's, by the way, that was the wrong one. It's the black one here. 5, so it's at 2, and it has a reach of 2, right? So it needs to move 1, 2 more. It's now down to 0, but it can reach us now because diagonal never works. But you can see here, like adjacent, 1, 2. It's 2 away from us. That means it can now hit us. And that happens the same way like we do. Like see here, 4D, right? Like 4 dice, which is a lot. So 1, 2, 3, 4 dice. And no, oh, that's an exploding die. That's pretty bad. All right, so and that's 10, 20, 26, 33. That is a lot. And we now need to look like how we can defend. We have like a standard defense, which is called dodge down here. And you see that's 2D, right? 2D, but it only works if you have 4 con and 4 agility, but I have that, right? So 2D, but look at this bow. We do have a bow here that gives us 2D. Oops, sorry, that was not in focus. 2D plus 1. Okay, it's not much better, but it's a little bit better. So we just take 2 dice and we roll those. Oh, that's going to be pretty rough. Okay, that's 15. 15 plus 1, that's 16, right? That means 16, and he has 33. That means he's 10 above mine, right? Not 20, but only 10. That means he does 5 damage plus 1. That's 6 damage. That's a lot. But now we can take a look at our armor here. And we do have armor pieces with like 2 armor here, as you can see, right? That means now we can take one of those and we can like break them, so to speak, right? So I can now defend with a pom-pom of wisdom. Put that one right here. And that means now this one is broken, but we reduce it by 2. I can't use all my armor pieces. We can only use 1 armor piece per defense, right? That means we receive 6 damage minus 2, so 4 damage. So we're down to 4 HP. That is not optimal. I don't know if we have any chance of healing. Probably not. But the trolls always hit very hard. That was it. Then the poison phase, no poison. Oops, sorry about that. No special action. No, and the doom counter goes down only 1 because we actually have like discovered rooms. But now we're back on this red one. That means 1 extra activation. That means the troll activates again, right? It will like reset to its 8 initiative, which doesn't matter because it's in range, and will attack us again. That is pretty bad. So that is 8, 12. 12 plus 9, that's 21 plus 3, that is 24. Let's see what we get. 24, 9 plus 1, that's 10. It's 1 above us again. That means it does 6 damage. I will block that again with like this armor piece right here. That means we receive 4 damage. So we're down to 0 HP. Luckily, we do have that healing potion. I will use that in just a moment. That would definitely help us. All right, so then we go to level up. Level up now means we take a look at, do we have enough XP? I will not explain that in detail, but the XP always it always matters. Are you playing a scenario or playing a campaign? You level faster in a scenario, of course, right? Because the enemies also level faster. And also you look at the player count. So we are only like one player right here. And so that means we get like 1 XP for each monster, and we only need 1 XP to level up once. That means we spend that 1 XP and level up. Leveling up means we take any of our stats here at the top and increase it by 1. And I will increase my con by 1 up to 10 because we want to equip that bow pretty soon, right? Because that bow is really good. I didn't show it to you yet. But instead of 2d plus 5, it does 3d plus 3. And also, if we spend 1 side point, we can turn that into air damage. And air, like elemental damage, can be important for armor. Because some armor does not work against like a specific element, right? And if I have an enemy that has like armor that is weak to air, like the troll, for example, right here, then I would just penetrate that armor and do my full damage, which is pretty cool. Alrighty. Oh, by the way, and also if we if we can also increase that one, we do that, right? 17 divided by 2, rounded down is still 8. But if we increase it 1 more, then we can increase our health and also the active health we have, right? Which is pretty cool. All right, and then we buy or remove stuff. I will actually buy the lightning potion here to have more action points, especially now with that troll that is hunting us. That's 2 coins. What don't I need? Here's some elemental magic. I don't really need that. So I will just dispose of that and take the lightning potion. Instead, I put it on my arms. Let me put it on my feet. All right. And these I will not buy for now, but I could also remove them if I wanted to. You know what? Let me remove one of these side potions. I definitely don't need both. I have one here. That's fine. All right. Next round. By the way, I forgot something. Usually when you discover a room, you turn over that round marker, and then it has like a door on it. So to signify that a door has been opened because of the doom counter, right? But yeah, I forgot about that. Round mark +1. We get 2 new shop items. We get a sword, 2-handed sword, and also we get a fire crossbow. No traps so far. That's good. And then we roll for initiative again. All right, so let's see. Oh no, that's the wrong one. I need my lucky red dice. That is 14. Okay, plus 11, that's 25. Okay, that's not horrible. That is okay. There we go. 25. That is something I can work with. And then we also give this guy here his 8 initiative. Oh, 7 initiative. And it's our turn. All right, so 25. What do we do? I need to heal. I definitely need to heal. So I think this is... No, actually, I will not heal yet. I will wait. So I think I will attack immediately. Attacking is like 12 again, so I'm down to 13. Like this, and then I would just attack him. We just need to do damage. I mean, I could also go and reveal new rooms, but then we would have even more enemies, right? So I would just have to attack him. Oh no, wrong die. It's this one here. 2d plus 5. Come on, let's do this. Oh, you gotta be kidding me. That's 9. All right, well, he defends with like 2. That's 12. Even explosion plus 3. Okay, definitely defended against that. I think I will spend this lightning potion. This one has like needs 0 initiative, right? So I can just discard that one. So I get 20 AP more. Then I'm at 33. So I'm all the way up here. And then we'll do another attack. So then I'm down to 21. All right. This is rough. This is really rough. But let's see. Maybe we can do it now. All right. So let's roll these dice. That's 13. All right. 13 plus 5. That's 18. Let's see how he defends. That's 8 plus that's 11. That's 11. I have 18. That means I do 1 damage. And I do an additional damage because of my buff here. That means I do 2 damage. One is reduced by the armor, but the other we hurt him. Okay, that is not. It's not great. We need that 1 lucky roll here, right? Otherwise, like this guy is really, doing issue. He's like really difficult for us at the moment. All right, I will attack 1 more, so I would be down to 9. I think, right? Yeah. So let's do another attack. That's 10. 10 plus 5. That's 15. And he has 11 plus 3, 14. That means it gets through. That's good. And we do 2 damage minus the armor. So, okay. So slowly we're whittling him down a little bit. And then I will do another attack. If I do that, then I'm out, completely out of initiative points. But that's the way it is. Okay, now, please, 1 exploding die. No. That's an 8 plus 5. That's 13. And he defends with 7 plus 3. That's 10. So we actually do 2 damage. That's good. Minus 1. Alright, so we're slowly whittling him down. He's going to attack us again now. But then next round we can heal and then we can do like real damage. Okay. Yeah. And it's now the troll's turn. So he will attack with 4D. That is so crazy. That is a level 1 troll, right? Yeah, it is. Like, troll's like the worst thing we could have drawn at the beginning. No, we cancel all of that. I missed one thing. I gave him 5 health, but he only has 3 health, right? So he's actually dead. We just killed him. We just killed him this round. Sorry, I completely messed that up. Oh man, I thought like that's pretty strong, but I looked in the wrong square here. So sorry about that. So yeah, we actually defeated the troll, which is good. So we gain 1 XP. Okay, I thought like one more round of having to sustain damage from him. Oof, that's gonna be kind of rough, but we actually made it, so that is pretty good. Okay, nice. So, so we are all done with initiative. Action phase is done. Poison, special action, nothing. Doom counter goes up 2. Level up, yes, we do have a level up. And I will just do 1 more con here. That means we need 2 more level ups, and then we can equip the new bow. Very, very cool. I'm really looking forward to using the lightning bow. So now you see, now we have here 18 divided by 2, that's 9. That means we get 9 here, 9 there, and here we get 1. That means we actually have healed up a little bit, so to speak, right? So 9, 9, 1, 9, 9, and 1. All right, cool. By the way, if you don't like this way of like writing in there and stuff, you can just take the other side, as I said, right? And just use tokens. And then you have like tokens that you can use. I don't have them on hand right now, but you have like tokens that you can use instead. You can just use tokens instead here. So that also works. I just don't like that very much. Okay, yeah. Then we have buy or remove items. This is all not very interesting, but I also don't really want to trigger traps, right? But still, we need to like get better items. So let's just review 2 more. Oh, that's another part of the padded set. That is amazing. The Archer Surcoat. Very cool. And we also have unique earrings. I still have to get used to the camera being like at a different spot. So sometimes the things are not in focus immediately, but I do have my control screen here, so that's fine. Okay, then we have new shop items. I was too fast. Round marker, new shop items. So, and now we roll for initiative. All right, let's roll for something good here. That's 11 plus 11, that's 22. That is not great, but it is what it is. All right, now the action phase. I will move 1 here and we'll discover a new room. Let's see what we have here. This is actually a dead end. All right. That's not great. Then we do have a loot icon, like a treasure square right here. And we have another one there. All right, then we get another treasure token. There we go. Put it right there. And then also we have a monster there. Okay, let's see what we get. All right, interesting. So what we now have here is a monster modifier. That means the next monster that we draw gets that modifier. And this one just gains 2 hit points. All right, and also it moves the doom counter more. All right, and then we draw a card, and then we have a skeleton here. All right. So the skeleton now has 2 hit points more. So let's find the skeleton in here. There we go. Usually it has 2 hit points. Now it has 4. But also, if you take a look at the modifier, you see like 2 things here at the bottom, right? We can get more coins, but here we get 1 more XP. So when we actually defeat this one, we get 2 XP, 1 base plus that one. That means we have enough to equip our bow, which will be really, really cool. All right, so why didn't I use the belt before? Well, that is too late. I will get to that a little bit later. All right, let me find a skeleton that we can put on the board. It's right here. And the skeleton, that is a black one. It has an initiative of 8. Right there. Okay. So let's get rid of the skeleton immediately. But the skeleton only has, like, well, 4 health is a lot, but at least no armor. That means with like 2 good attacks, we could down this one. Let's try to do that. So, but I can't. Can I attack it twice? I can attack it twice. Yeah. So I will. I do have sight here. Like the line of sight always goes from any point of the tile you are on to any point of the tile you're attacking, right? And I could just take here to there, easy. So I can like kind of shoot around the corner here, right? I'm just like leaning over, like leaning through the door, so to speak, and letting an arrow fly, right? So let me spend my 12 that I need. So I'm still at 9. Oh, that's pretty close. And then we will attack. Let's see. Oh, that's nice. That is actually exploding die. Okay, well, it didn't do a whole lot. Oh, I'm gonna add 1 more to my attack roll. That is amazing. So that's 16, 17 plus 5. That's 22. That is not too bad. Defense with 3. That is 11. So what 23, 11. That means we have 1 above. That means we do 2 damage plus 1 extra for my thing. That means I do 3 damage. That's good. That's really good. And I'm gonna attack 1 more. That means I'm out of initiative. Let's attack 1 more and hope we just need to hit. That's all we need to do. Which is not too great with a 9 here. 9 plus 5, that's 14. And he defends with 11. Okay, we still hit. We hit. We do 2 damage, right? Because of the extra damage I have here. So the skeleton is done. That is good. That is very nice. Now you may think, well, is that easy to defeat enemies? Well, what is hard about the game? Keep in mind, we already lost 8 HP, right? With just 1 enemy, I think. So, yeah, we do need to hit hard in order not to get hit hard ourselves. So, since that one had the modifier, we get 2 XP. That is amazing. So we can have a substantial upgrade in just a moment. Alright, this was the action phase. No more initiative here on the board. So, no poison, no special action. Doom counter goes up 2. So, now it's interesting. No, it goes only up 1. Because we have discovered a room. I always forget to turn the tile over to that. I always do. Then level up. Okay, now we can level up. We have 2 XP. So we can increase by 2. I will get 1 con and 1 perception. So 1 constitution here, 12. And 1 perception up to 10. And then next turn we can equip the lightning bow. Because con 12, 10 perception. Perfect. But it also has like 17 initiative, right? So we maybe have to like find some way to get more initiative. Alright. Then we buy or remove items. Yes, I want to have this padded set here. Or actually, I don't have enough strength for that, right? But I will still get it for now. And that costs 1 coin. We don't have an item with 1 coin only. But let's just get rid of the magic staff, of the soul staff. And put that one. So let me put that one right here. Okay. There we go. Good. Then round marker plus 1. We get a new shop item here. Silk trousers. That's the cloth set. Okay, we are collecting the padded set at the moment. And then we roll for initiative. So let's see what we get here. Okay, well, I was about to say this is a great roll, but yeah, it's a 10, which is exploding die, which is really good, but a 1 is not very good. So let's see. Oh, another exploding die. That is amazing. Oh, wow, this is really good. This is 30. 30 plus 11, that's 41, but the max we can have is 40. So we have max initiative. That is really good. Well, actually, I think I'm quite fine with items. I think I will not loot here. I think I want to like get ahead with like the scenario, right? So what I will do instead is I will just walk 2, 4, 6, 8, 9. So I'm down to 31. And then we'll open up a new room, which is also a one-way. So we actually need to go around and jump there. Oh, I don't really want to do that. But what are you going to do about that? Okay, we need 3 more loot tokens, which I have right here. One there, and one there. I actually remember this tile. That was one I had in the campaign. And then also there's an enemy. So let's see what we have here. We have an ogre. Alright, okay, cool. We haven't seen that one today yet. It's also a really large enemy. So we'll put him right there. Actually, you know what? I think I'm going to run. I'm going to make a run for it. So let's take a look at the ogre here. Because I think the ogre has quite a bit of health. No, actually only 2 health and no armor. Really? Okay, not bad. But he attacks 2 targets within its range. That doesn't matter because we're only 1 person anyway. So, okay, well, only 2 health. I think we can actually kill him. Because that would give us the experience we need for that padded set. Like for increasing our strength and equipping that padded set. That's really good because, look at this here. For ranged attacks, we get +5. +5 to the attack. Oh, that is amazing. We are definitely going to do that. He has an initiative of 6. And that's a black one here. So right there. Okay, you know what? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's the range that we can shoot at. We have a range of 6. I can shoot immediately. I will do that. No, actually, will I do that? But I do more damage here, right? No, you know what? Yeah, I will do that. I will do it. I will shoot, that's 12, so I'm down to 19. So we just need to hit. That's all we need to do, because we do 2 damage anyway, and that's it. So that's fine. Ooh, 9. It's not perfect. 9 plus 5, that's 14. He defends with 2d plus 4. That's, okay, that's defended. That's 15 plus 4 plus an exploding die, so we did not make that. So let's do it again. We're down to 7, so we could actually attack one more time before it's his turn. So come on. That's 10 plus 5, that's 15. Alright, it's still not great, but let's just see. He has 9. He's just defending too well. That is really bad. You know what? Let me do it again. All out. Come on. Alright, that's better. 19 plus 8, 37 plus 5, that's 32. Alright, he is definitely not going to defend that. No, not at all. So we definitely got rid of him. That's good. That took us an entire round. But still, we got him, which is great. So that means we receive 1 XP again. That is amazing. The ogre is also done. Wonderful. Alright. So you may also think, well, but the game is like really simple, right? You can just like reveal 1 room, kill 1 enemy, and that's it, right? Not quite. There are like things. First of all, like the doom counter goes round and round, right? The doom counter will now, in just a moment, reveal a new monster and activate it. I didn't see that because that was really stupid to actually kill that one. I should have ran. Well, the more you know, right? And also that's one thing. And also they get stronger with like the level ups here, right? And also you can actually reveal rooms that are large. Oh, this one is a large room, by the way. I completely forgot that. Sorry. I'm sorry for having I'm sorry for having missed that. This is a large room because there is no like single door at the end, right? There's like a larger area here. That means we actually would take one more card and put it right there. That means we actually missed 2 enemies that were supposed to be there. Yeah, that's something I really missed. Just to explain that in more detail. Whenever we discover a room that has just like a single door on the other side, like here, it's fine. It's a single room, that's it. But some rooms have like a larger opening here, right? That means we have to like attach another room to that. And it's possible to have like a really huge room opening up. So we missed that. That means we also missed like 2 enemies for a while that could have attacked us. But we will just play with them coming out now. All right, so we have a monster modifier here, Soul Eater. This means that the monster is doing the damage it does only to our psi points. And that is an orc. Okay, let's put the soul draining orc right here. And the other enemy is an enemy with the modifier riposte. That means it always has like 2 activations. That is pretty bad. That is really bad. I don't know. We might die here. But you know what? You have seen how the game works. If we die here, I think that's not great. but it is what it is, right? So then we have the orc looking like this one here, up here. And we have the archer looking like this right here. Alrighty, that works. Then let me just find the cards here. We need an orc, and here's the orc, and here's the archer. There we go. So let's see. So the archer has 2 health, and the orc does as well. All right, but that is definitely manageable. I can definitely get rid of them, but we have to be fair now and give them the activation now, at least, right? They should have activated like for several rounds, but they will activate now. So this one here is blue, and has is a 9 here, and that one is a 7. All right, so now they will activate because we already through with our activations. So the 9, that is the orc, right? No, that's the archer. The archer will now walk 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, but it can't use 5 to jump, so it will stay there. And this one has an activation of 7. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Can't walk further, and since they both can't reach me, they will not attack me. That was lucky. All right, and then the action phase is done. No poison, no special actions. Doom counter goes 1 further, 1 extra activation. That means these 2 activate again. That means the archer would start with 9. That's 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, but still can't reach us. And this one would have 7. 1, 6, 7. Like this. All right, and then they both are there and are waiting for me. Can I maybe run past and jump over the gap? I might be able to, depending on how much initiative I get. All right, then we do a level up. We actually do have 1 XP, so we can level up our strength by 1. So we are up to 8, and also we get more health, which is great. So we're now at 20 there, divided by 2, that's 10 here, and then we have 2 here. That is pretty nice. Okay, so then we do the round marker plus 1. Oh, do we want to buy anything here? No, I'm just going to leave everything there for now. Maybe I want to have something of that later. Then round marker plus 1. New shop items, we don't get any because we have 3 already there. And then we roll for initiative. I now want a high initiative because I want to do a few things. That is 15 plus 11, that's 26. That is something. It's not amazing, but it's something. Okay, then we also give initiative to these 2 guys here. This guy has a 7 and this one has 9. Then it's my turn now. I really would like to. You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna equip the archer surcoat. I'm going to do that, I think. The archer surcoat. I can equip this now, but it costs me 10 AP, as you can see here. From the belt, it would cost 4 AP. I wanted to put this on the belt before, remember? But I didn't because I can't do that. Because you can only put one-handed weapons and potions and spells, I think, in the belt. This one is an armor set, so I can't do that. So I'm going to spend now 10 AP. So I'm down to 16 to equip that one. And that is, I'm going to replace it with my hat pin here, like this. And I will put this one just back here. And the cool thing now is that gives us +5 to ranged attacks. And remember that by just putting a +5 here on the weapon, like this. So now I do +5 more damage. That is good. Then I'm going to walk 2 here in order to shoot at the archer. That's 2 movement. And then I will shoot, which costs me, how much? 12. So I'm down to 2. All right, so let me shoot at the archer. That is like 2d plus 10. So I do 7 plus 10, that's 17. And he defends with 2d. That's 10 plus 2, that's 12. So I do damage. I do 2 damage as usual. So the archer is gone, which is great because he has 2 activations. This is why I wanted to defeat him. So let me just put them over here. So the archer is gone, and we get in the following shop phase. We don't get more experience here, but in the following shop phase, we get +1 coin we can spend. I don't know, it's not that interesting, but okay. I'll just put that up here so I remember. And then we are done with our activation. So the only one still activating before us is the orc. The orc has a range of 1, so it needs to be right next to us. It can walk 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Well, that is just enough to hurt us. He attacks with 2d plus 5. That is 14. That is 19. And we defend with 2d plus 1. That is 15. 19 plus 1, that's 20. So we definitely... Oh, but barely. He has 19, we have 20. That was really, really close. But we actually made it. So no damage from his side. That is wonderful. Now it's our turn again. Well, I guess I will just attack him. No, I will just attack him. 2d plus 10. Come on, let's do 2 damage. That's 3, that's 16. And he defends with 2. 16 versus 9, so we do 2 damage. And that is enough to defeat him as well. We also get no further experience, like more experience from him than usual. But we do get 1 coin at least to spend, so I will buy something, right? Otherwise it wouldn't make sense. Alright, so that is all done. Then no poison, no special action, but doom counter. And we increase it by 2. And then we have our level up. We have 2 level ups. So now it's going to be kind of rough. I don't know what to do because we have nothing really that we need. But I think it makes sense to increase this here a little bit. Let's increase our perception by 1. Because then we also have more initiative. Then we're here at 10. Do we still have a bonus of +2? No, we have a bonus of 0 by now. So we only have 10 initiative altogether. That is kind of bad. Okay, and I can increase something else. What do I want to increase? Maybe let's increase our constitution one more time. So I don't know what will come, right? But I think that like health and initiative is quite important, I would say. Okay, and then we buy or remove items. Yeah, let's. I don't really want anything, but we can take the silk trousers and the psi potion just to have them, and we can then get rid of them later. Okay, I use them for something else to buy. Okay, then round marker +1. So now, you see we're on that green space now. That means now we get another bonus. So we can choose another bonus down here. And I will choose the +1d for... Or no, +1d for initiative. So now we roll 3 dice for initiative. Oh, that is pretty good. All right, round marker, new shop items. Let's see what we get here. We get holy water spheres. That's a throwing weapon, and we get wooden clogs. Wooden clogs. That is nature set boots. Okay, sure, why not? Then we roll for initiative, and now we roll 3 dice, which is nice. So that is 16 plus 1 more because that one explodes. 16 plus 8, not bad. That's 24 plus 10, that's 34. So we have 34 here. That's good. That's actually really good. All right. Action phase. Oh, we defeated him, so he's gone. All right, let me just have another sip of tea. It's almost empty. There we go. All gone. And then we will just walk. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I will continue my movement. That's all one big movement action, right? But I first need to show you how we jump. So jumping is 5 AP. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We're still in the same movement action, so that's fine. And now we take strength plus agility, which is 17, plus 2 dice. And we need to reach a target number of 10 per square. So that's 1, 2, 3 squares. We need to reach a target number of 30. So we have 13, and this one explodes. So that's 18. So we have 18, 26, 35. So we actually Made it. That's really good. So we can jump across here. And then we just continue our movement action. 1, 2, 3. Wait. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 6, like this. So 2 more. And then we, of course, do our reveal. So that's 2, 4, 2, 4, 5. I think that's one of the... Is that one of... Yeah, that's one of the... That's one of the rooms already. That's a room. That's the ladder that we need to escape with the prisoner to, right? We'll just put it here like this. There will be a monster there, which is a vampire. Oh no, these are absolutely horrible. Love the design. Hate the mechanism. Look, they look really cool, but they're absolutely horrible. So let me just find the vampire to show you, because they can actually heal themselves. I need to like get rid of them immediately. Come on, come on, come on, come on. There, the vampire. Here, bloodsucker. For every successful attack involving damage not blocked by armor, all hit points inflicted on the target are given to the vampire, even beyond its maximum. This guy can overheal. This is absolutely horrible. Okay, 2 health. Yeah, I can deal with 2 health immediately. I will just like finish this. Oh, actually, but also 1 armor. So I need to do 3 damage. Ooh, that's gonna be rough, but I have to do it. I can reach the vampire. Okay, the vampire is a black enemy again, and it has 7 initiative. Okay, I just have to do it. I'm gonna attack. So I'm down to 3. I could never equip my lightning bow because there's always enemies around. Next round I will do it. Alright, and I take 2 dice plus 10. That is 12. 22. And he defends with 2. That is 12 plus 3. That's 15. So I'm not 10 above, unfortunately. So I do 2 damage only. That's not enough. That means the vampire will actually attack me. That is bad. 1, 2, 3, because it has, she only has a range of 1. I don't know why I said he all the time. And then attack with 2d plus 5. That is 11. That's 16. Okay, that's not absolutely horrible. 16, and I can do 2d plus 1. That is 7. That's 8. That means I receive 2 damage, but I will block that with armor. I will block it with my hat. I will just throw the hat in her face. That's fine. She's not healing because I didn't receive any damage. That is good. All right. Then she's done, and I will now just finish her off. Hopefully. Hopefully I will finish her off. So, let's do it. That's 10 plus 10. That's 20. Okay, that's quite a bit. 20 versus 16. We do 2 damage, so... she's done. That is wonderful. Amazing. That gives us 1 XP. So you see, like, the gameplay flow, like, the game does have, like, loads of, like, small rules, but once you know all of them, the game is actually quite straightforward. All right. That was the turn. Poison, special action, nothing. Then with the Doom counter, will go forward 1, plus 1 extra activation. That means what happens now is now the monsters will activate again, just like we had it before, but there are no monsters. Well, then in a solo game, 1 enemy will appear here on the stairs. So, let's just draw an enemy. Oh, monster modifier. This monster has 4 hands, allowing better coordinated attacks. That means whenever this monster rolls dice for its attack, defense, or psi resistance, it always rolls 2 times, and the better result is used. So it's like advantage in D&D, right? And that's gonna be a goblin. Okay, we are really like going through like all of the different enemy types today, I think. So let's put the goblin right here. That is a brown enemy, but we still need to like look for the enemy right here. Goblin, 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 goblin. Where are you? There you are. Okay. So, and has an initiative of 9. That's quite a bit. And 2 health. No, 1 health. Oh, just 1 health, but no armor. Okay. But for a goblin, a second one with the same modifications is placed immediately as close as possible to the first one. That means they always come in pairs. So we need to find another goblin and place it right next to this guy. So I will just like track them both with like 1 health. It doesn't really matter, right? Because usually we'll put like the health counter right next to them, but they only have 1 health, right? So if I hit, they're like done immediately. They're like gone. That's fine. Okay, now they activate. They both have an activation of 9. That means 1, 2, 3, 4. But they can't jump anymore because they only have 5 left, and they only jump if they have 6 at least, right? So they both just go to the bridge and wait there for their turn. Okay, cool. Then we have Doom counter done. Level up. Yes, we have a level up. Let me level up my perception one more time. I need... No, actually, no. No. Let me level up my constitution one more time. Because now I have 1 more health again. So I'm slowly gaining more and more health. That is great. We're down to 11 max health and 3 current health. That's great. I don't want to buy anything. I don't want to remove anything. I'll just leave it there for now. I don't want to have any traps. So we do the round marker +1. New shop items don't go there. And we roll for initiative. Remember, we can now roll with 3, right? All right. Wow. Okay, that is a lot. That's 2 exploding dice. So we have 15, 17, 37 plus 10. That's 47. Well, 40 is the maximum. So we have maximum initiative. That is great. And the goblins both have 9. Okay. But we have like 2 goblins, right? The other one is the green one. Okay. So, what I will do now I will finally equip my lightning bow. That's 10 AP. So that costs me 30. That costs me 10. And I'm down to 30. So now I do 3d plus 8 damage. That is a lot. That really is a lot. That is not bad. I will not heal. I would like to also equip this one now, which I can now equip. The silk trousers, right? So that cost me another 10. Yeah, come on, let's do this. Down here. Do I have enough strength for that? 2, 3, 5, 7, 9. Oh, I don't. Oh, I still need 1 strength. I forgot that when leveling up. That's stupid. You see, I'm totally stupid today. But okay, not only today, I guess. All right, well, then I will just go. 2, 3, 4, 5. Where am I? Right there. There I am. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then I will reveal the room. And oh, that is the room we need to go to. So what we do now is we take the campaign, like the scenario book again, and now we read what is said here as soon as C2 revealed. So what now happens is that we now take a prisoner, and we do that by just taking a free adventure figure. I will just take the like a hero figure. We just take the adventurer here, like this, and also they get an initiative token. I think they have an initiative of 3. And we now take the prisoner and put them here on the torture device next to the white monster that we will reveal now, which is a vampire again. Oh no, you gotta be kidding me. I don't want another vampire, but okay, that's the way it is. Vampire here has 2 health and 1 armor. Let me just get all of that stuff right here. 2 health, 1 armor, like this. But also 3 more monsters appear. And as close to the prisoner as possible. So here, on the green one, will be another goblin. But this goblin also spawns with the second goblin again, right? So that means we have 2 more goblins here. One is there. The other one we will just put over here, like this. That is pretty rough. So, yeah, all the goblins have like 1 health. So I will just remember that. I will not give them any more health here. But we also need to put them all on here. So that is black, that is purple. That is going to be very confusing now, right? It's going to be very, very confusing. These are all the goblins here. And then we have another black one for the vampire. That's on the 7 right here. Oh man, that is going to be really, really rough. And then with the next monster right there, that is a troll. Okay, we did have a troll before. That was this nice gentleman right there. Oops. Oh, that's gonna be really, really rough. I don't know if we can do this, but let's see. So, oh, you didn't see the vampire anymore. I'm a little bit too high here. I just see. Let me just go down here a bit. Yeah, I'll just put like stuff everywhere pretty much. I don't know where to put all of that stuff. So we do have a troll. There we go. The troll, yeah, that was the troll with the 3 health and 1 armor. That is, oh, that is really rough. Okay, 3 health, 1 armor. Okay. All right, and then we have another enemy, and that is another another goblin. But I think we don't have any goblin figures anymore. And that means, since we have to put a goblin there, but we can't, that means what we do is we activate one of the goblins there, and always like one closest to a character, right? So we would activate this goblin here, would walk 1, and then would do damage, and would do 2d plus 4 damage. So let's see. That's 10 damage, and the prisoner has 20 hit points, and his defense 2d plus 4. So needs to block 10 damage. So let's see. That's 7. 7 plus 4 is 11. That's enough to block the damage. But goblins always come with a second pair, right? That means we would have another goblin activation. So this one would just activate again. And would attack again. So let's see. That is 12 plus 4. That's 16. Defense, we have 16 plus 4. So that is enough. So fortunately, the prisoner survived that. Okay. So what we now need to do is now we need to go to the prisoner and need to convince them. We need to do a skill check, right? With agility and perception, which we have a little bit. That is not too bad. We can actually make that. So you know what? I will do that immediately. So 1, 2, 3. I will move 4. 2, 3, 4. And now I will do the persuasion, which cost me 15. So I'm down to 6. 15 AP. And now we need to take 2 dice and add our agility and perception to that roll to get a 32. That means I have 20 here. That means I need to roll a 12 here. So let's hope we get that. That is a 12, and it even explodes, but that doesn't matter then because we already reached it. That means we have now freed the prisoner. So now the prisoner, whenever they're activated, they move 3, right? That is really good. That means 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2. Okay, that means in 3 rounds, the prisoner is free. You just have to protect him until then, which will be rough because now we have all of the 4 goblins that activate. All right, they all have an initiative of 9. So this one will do 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay, and this one will just attack. And then after that, this one will also attack. All right, so 2 attacks from goblins because they will always, like all of them, try to target the prisoner if they can. So they do 2 dice plus 4 each. That is 12, 16, 19 versus the prisoner. That is 4, that's 8. So that's 1 above even, so that is 3 damage. The prisoner is down from 20 hit points to 17. How do I best do this? There's so many of these tokens here. You know what? Let me put like the health tracker. Let me use this one as the health tracker here. So 17 health has the prisoner at the moment. Then the other goblin will attack. That is 10 plus 4, that's 14. And the prisoner defends with 12. That means another 2 damage for the prisoner. Alright, so the goblins are done. Then we have the troll and the vampire, but the vampire will actually go first. They're already in range, that's wonderful. That's 2d plus 5. That is 1823. And the prisoner, oh god, the prisoner has a fumble. Two eyes, two ones that is called like also snake eyes in some other systems is a fumble here, and that means like when you attack, you actually break your weapon or your spell or whatever, but when you defend, nothing bad happens, except for like a 2 being really bad, right? That means we have a 23 here over a 6, that is like 1 raise, so to speak, so that's 3 more damage. Oh man, that's bad. And the vampire heals and gets 3 more health. That means the vampire now has 5 health. You know what? We will not get the... You know what we need to do? We just need to go stay in the room and just start like start messing up the enemies, right? And hope that helps. Alright, it's the troll now. The troll will move 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It will go right here. And then it will just hit both of us. That is pretty bad. Okay. So he comes with 4D. D always means dice, right? So that's 15, 25, 33 plus that's 34. And the prisoner can defend first. That's 12, 15, 19. That means the prisoner receives 6 damage. Yeah, the prisoner is almost dead. And then we defend with 2d plus 3. That's 15, that's 18. That means we also receive 6 damage. But I can block at least 1 damage here. Yeah, so I still receive 5 damage. So I'm at -2 health. That is bad because that impacts my initiative for the next round. So, all the enemies have gone. It's now my turn. I will actually now heal. So that costs me 13. That means I'm also done with my turn. And that is like 1d plus 4. That means I just roll 1 die and add 4. So that's 11. I can regenerate it up to 11, but if I regenerate 11, I'm back to 9 health of 11. So I'm doing okay again, but I need more health potions. So that was all a lot. This was a very, very hectic and confusing turn, but I hope you kind of understood what was happening here. But that was pretty rough. Oh, by the way, before I took the health potion, I would have gotten out of the way 1. I forgot about that. So now the prisoner would move 3. 1, 2, 3. Okay. Like the prisoner is has very, very low AP, right? But at least in 2 rounds, the prisoner is done. All right, let's see. So Doom counter goes up 1. That means now all monsters are level 2. All right, this was a pretty rough cut. I unfortunately messed up with the recording. That means a small bit is missing. What happened in the meantime was I put the new level 2 cards here. The vampire got 1 more health because they're stronger now. And I also revealed new shop items and did my initiative roll. The initiative roll was very, very good. All of these up here, a few exploding dice. So actually I'm back to 40. Initiative, you will just have to believe me, and I reset all of the other initiative here like this. So now we're ready to start the next action phase. So what is my plan? Well, I don't really have a huge plan. What I want to do is defeat maybe 1 or 2 enemies and then just hope the prisoner survives. That's all I can do. The goblins don't do a whole lot of damage, right? It's kind of okay. The troll is very dangerous. I need to get rid of the troll. The troll has 3 health plus the armor. Yeah, let's see if I can do that. So what I will do, I will just keep standing there, I think. Actually, I think I will cheese it a little bit. I will move 2 here, like this, right? And then there is a thing that you can do with your action that's swap places. That means you can spend 5 AP, which I will do, in order to swap places with a character in range 1. So I will just swap places with him. And then I will move 2 over here, like this. And then I will jump over this character here, right? Jump, that's 5 AP. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Then I need to reach the target number of 20 for 2 tiles here, right? With strength plus agility plus 2d. Strength plus agility, I'm at 17, so I just need to roll a 1 and a 2, which I definitely made, so I can jump over him. And then I will spend 5 again, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, to swap places with him again. So that means I just need to survive one more round. I just need to survive one more round, and then he will go to the ladder. And that means this way we could win. So that was very cheesy, but I don't see anything in the rules that will prevent me from doing so. So, and now I will attack. I do have my new lightning bow that I definitely want to use. So, that's what I'm going to do, actually. Or will I? I think I will. I'm at 21. You know what I will do? I will actually, before my attack, I will use 1 side point, so I'm at 12, in order to inflict air damage now. So now I inflict air damage, and the armor from the troll has like air damage, like lets through air damage, right? That means the 2 armor, by the way, 2 armor, don't even count. So I just need to do 3 damage, and the troll is history. That is great. So I spent 12, so I'm at 9. No, I spent 17. Sorry, it's more expensive now. So I'm down to 4. And roll 3d plus 3. That's 11, that's 13. Oh, that's only 16. Ah, that's a bad roll. 16 versus 11, 15. All right, so I at least do 2 damage. Yeah, no, I do 3 damage because the bow does 2 damage plus my extra damage. That means the troll is gone. Nice. Very good. That was the most dangerous one. All right, and now all the goblins. It's all the goblins' turn. All right, they all move 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. This one, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh no, I made a mistake. Because now the prisoner is being attacked. And oh, that's kind of bad. Okay, well, this one does no damage, and that is 2d plus 5. That is, oh, that's quite a bit actually. That is 18. And defense is, okay, that's more. That's 19 plus 4 plus an exploding die. That's fine. And the others would come to me. Yeah, they will both attack me. Again with 2d plus 5. That's 18, 26. I can defend with 2d plus 3. 26, that's 16, 19, 22. So I still receive 2 damage, which I can't block anymore. So yeah, I'm down to 7. And the other goblin does exactly the same thing. Oh, there's another raise. Wow. That is 20, that's 30. That's 30 altogether, all right. And I have 12. That means 1 above. I receive 3 damage. That is pretty bad. I'm down to 4 health. That is not a whole lot, right? So then it's the vampire's turn. The vampire will also go here and do her thing. 3d plus 2. That is, oh, they all have their exploding dice. That's 20, 22 versus my 9. That is 1 raise again, so I receive 4 damage. So I'm down to 8. And the vampire also heals 3. That is really bad. Look at the vampire. The vampire is unstoppable now. So I am now in a pretty bad situation. Because I think no matter what I do, I lose. Because the prisoner cannot attack. The prisoner can only move. But there are these goblins. That means I will have to swap places. Kill this one. Kill this one. And then swap places with him again. But in the meantime, he will probably be downed. But let's see. So now it's my turn. I will swap places. I have to. I have no other choice, right? And the prisoner moves 3 but can't. Alright. That is pretty bad. Then the doom counter goes down 2. I have a level up. I will definitely level up my strength because then I can equip whatever I wanted to equip. I wanted to equip something, right? Yeah, I think I wanted to equip something that I unequipped. I'm not quite sure what it was. I will check that in just a moment. And that is it, yeah. Then I will remove all of these things here from the shop and hope to get like a healing potion or something. We have a full metal dispenser. We have bone bracers, and we have a round shield. All stuff I don't need. Okay, and with that we have a new round. So we're up to round 10. New shop items, I just did. I'm already doing that like too quick. Initiative, we have only 15 plus 10. We only have 25. That's not good. That's not what I need. Alright, and then we have the action phase. So, I'm going to try to get rid of the goblins now. The goblins all have 1 health and 1 armor. Just remember that. I will spend my 17 to do the damage here. Like this. But I think that's pretty much it. I don't think I can do anything anymore, but let's see. Okay, so let me do the damage here. That is 3d plus 3. That is 9, that's 14, that's 17. Plus another 5, that's 22. And the guy defends with 2d. So 22 versus 14, 19. I do 3 damage, 1 is blocked, so the goblin is, one of the goblins is history. This one here is gone, the brown one, like that. Okay, and then that was my turn. Now that was my action. Now it's all the goblins' turn. This one will go here, and these two will attack that one. All right, so let's first that one attack me. Let's see, that is, oh my goodness. That's 22, that's 27, and I have 15. That means I receive 3 damage. That is absolutely horrible. I have only 5 left. And then these two attack that guy. Let's see what they do. This is incredible, like how many of these raises they have. That's 26, and he defends with 9, with 13. Oh man, that's a raise even. That means they do 3 damage to him. He's almost dead. He has 3 health left. If the other one hits as well, also, that's 10, that's only 15. And he defends with 13, 18. That's fine. So the other one doesn't do any damage. That's good. So it's now my turn again. I need to defeat that goblin here. So let me just, I don't have any initiative then anymore, but I attack with 3d plus 8. That, oh no, I think I misrolled, sorry. So I roll 3d plus 8. That is 7, 17, 20, 28. Defense is, oh wow, 21, 26. So I do my 3 damage. That means the goblin is gone as well. That's good. So now the prisoner has to survive the vampire attack, and then we can still make it. But only then. Alright, the vampire does how much? 3d. Okay, let's see. This is now either we lose or we win now. That is 7 plus 2. That's 9. Oh, that's a really bad roll. That's great. That's 9. And yeah, he defends. He really defends this. That is amazing. That is absolutely amazing. He now has to move, but he can't. That means, yeah, that's it. Doom counter goes up. Oh no, the Doom counter goes up too. Now everybody has another activation. Yeah, I think that's it. Like the goblins would now make 20 damage, and he would defend with 17. That means they do 2 damage. Alright, he still has 1 health. And the other goblin does 13, and he defends with 13, with 17. No, wait. Yeah, that's fine. So he actually made that. And then also the vampire is activated. Alright, she does 3D plus 2. That is 9, 16, 22, 24. And he defends with 16, 21. Alright, that's it. So that means now the prisoner dies. Oh man, that was bad. These two goblins were an issue. Hadn't they been there, we definitely would have won. But this way we just couldn't win. But yeah, this is how it sometimes goes in Dungeons of Doria. So yeah, that concludes my playthrough of Dungeons of Doria. I hope you enjoyed my playthrough. I'm not going to give you a full review, right? I just want to tell you that I really like this game. I really love the loot system. You didn't see too much of the loot system this time. Also, you didn't see me repair the stuff. You didn't see me do a lot of things, but in essence, you can play the game different every time, right? All of different tiles come out, different monsters. You can play the same scenario several times because it all happens differently, right? You always have the same objective, but right, you have to move through the dungeon and try to get to that tile, right? And then it obviously depends what monsters come. Having 4 goblins here and also a troll and a vampire, that was a pretty bad combination. Imagine we would have had 1 archer and a skeleton and maybe 2 goblins or whatever, right? I mean, that would have been easy, but that was pretty rough. Also, I didn't do the goblin thing right. Correct, right? They should have rolled twice even. So I made a few minor rules mistakes in this video, but I hope that's not too bad. I mean, you came here to watch a playthrough of this video and not how exactly the rules play out. But the rule books for this game are quite well done. I gotta say that a few rules are a little bit ambiguous, but this is a game I think that just lends itself to also house ruling a few things or whatever, because I mean it almost is like a dungeon crawler mixed with a pen and paper adventure, right? With a role playing adventure. So yeah, that's pretty cool. So yeah, I really like this game. It has a very a very old school art style. This is something you will just have to like. But I think it's kind of charming. I like that you have so many different dungeon tiles here. With the expansion, there will be even more. You have an immense amount of loot. I could have refreshed here much more. I could have really bought more things. I could have maybe respec a little bit, whatever, right? But still, there's so much loot. There's so many different. There are quite a few different enemy types. I think around 10 or something, maybe even more. And there will be more in the expansion as well, which is pretty cool. So I also like that you have the sheet here that you write on, no huge character board or whatever, right? With your stats and everything. So I like that as well. So a lot of things I like. I enjoy that you can play scenarios, but you can also play campaigns. That is amazing, right? I guess you could also make up your own campaigns here. I think that wouldn't be too hard, right? I mean, or your own scenarios. So I hope that this game will become a little bit more well known and popular in the future, so that maybe people come up with a few more scenarios and campaigns. That would be very easy, actually, right? For them to just put out another expansion. It's just going to be a scenario book and 2 campaigns, right? That's it. You don't even need more stuff for that. So yeah, that's pretty cool. So all in all, I really like this game a lot. I think it has a lot of good things going for it. And this year at Spiel, I'm looking forward to picking up the expansion. I backed it on GameFound, but I put the pick up in Essen. So really looking forward to that. So yeah, that's going to be really cool. Yeah, so that was the adventure of Leona Moonvale, who survived but couldn't save the prisoner. Alright, thank you so much for watching. I really hope you enjoyed this video, and also thank you for sticking to the very end. As usual, I would like to thank you all for your support, especially want to give a shout out to my generous patrons. The big thanks go to Thagan for supporting me at the highest tier. Thank you so much for that. I really appreciate that. You can also support me by watching, liking, and commenting on my videos, subscribing to my channel, support me on Patreon, and join my Discord server to hang out with me and my amazing community. Right, thank you so much for watching. I will see you in the very next video. Take care, everyone. Stay safe, and cheers.